Damn. Damn. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually featuring my foundation routine, and I got a request for it, so that's why I wanted to do it in detail. So you can see pretty much how I do my basic steps. I've been following this routine for years now. It hasn't let me down. So if anything ever changes, I'll let you know. But more than likely, just the products change and not necessarily the process. And I'm featuring the Lancome Tint Idol Foundation. It's one of my go-to winter foundations. Last year I was using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I don't know, my skin just doesn't like it, and the color is just not what I need it to be. It just wasn't working for me. I think I tried it not too long ago and I was just like, But I might give it a chance again if my skin lightens up some more this winter. If not, I'm just going to go with the Lancome Tint Idol Foundation. And it is a little bit dark, and that's why in the tutorial you'll see me kind of compensate for that with highlighting. But it is a great foundation to use. I've been using it 2 or 3 years now, so I pretty much love it. If you have any more questions about that particular foundation, you can leave them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer them. I'm not sure how much the foundation costs. It probably costs anywhere between 30 and 40 bucks because I don't spend any more than $40 on a foundation. This is my full face routine. It does not include the eyes and the lips. And yeah, so if you're interested in continuing to see my foundation routine, just keep on watching and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, as you'll see in this upcoming tutorial, I will be doing a voiceover, but I just wanted to say really quickly, if you're interested on how I did my brows, be sure to check out my previous upload that I did. I did the exact same routine that I did in that video for today. So if you're interested in knowing on how to actually do your brows, that information will be listed in the description box, and I will tag it at the end of this video, and you should be able to access it now with the link right here, and you can click on it and it'll take you to my eyebrow routine. However, for the rest of this video, this will be just my update on my foundation routine. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, so you made it through my rambling. I'm starting off with the Lancome Tint Idol Foundation. I cannot remember the shade of this, but it will be listed on the screen. And I'm just going to work that around my face. And the reason I made that face was because the foundation was cold. Like if you wear foundation or makeup during the winter, you know it's already cold just sitting in that bottle. And then as you can see, I'm displeased about this little breakout that I have going on the side of my face, so touch, Lord. So this is pump number 2, and I'm going to work this on my forehead. I try not to bring the foundation up or any type of makeup up into my hairline because I don't like, foundation mixing in with my hair, but especially like my little sideburns and stuff like that. But I try to just be very cautious when applying that and blending it out and everything like that. So that's what I'm doing. And I like the Real Techniques foundation brush, the buffing brush. That's what I use. That's one of my go-to brushes. It just does a nice job of laying and blending the foundation. I used to use a beauty blender to just apply my foundation, but I find that the brush is better than the beauty blender in my opinion, and it also depends on the foundation. So now I'm going into my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and this is nothing new. I am running out of this concealer and I'm using all the strength that I have left to get whatever product that's left in there to get it on my face. I really need to get another one, but this is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. It always does the trick. This is my go-to. It's like $3 at any type of beauty store. So yeah, then you gotta do a little dance because you concealed your under eye. So I like to conceal on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my cupid's bow. Now I'm going in with my beauty blender, which is the tool that I love to use to blend out my concealer. And of course I always wet it, and I usually blend out the concealer that's left on my chin, cupid's bow, forehead, and the bridge of my nose first, and then I set those areas with powder. Then I blend out the area under my eye, simply because it gives the concealer a good amount of time to sink into my crease line, so that way when I blend it out, you know, there's not that much creasing there because it's already settled into the fine lines under my eye. And I like for the concealer to be a little thick under my eye before I blend it out, so that's why I do that. So I'm using the Sacha Buttercup powder to set the areas on my face. I love the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. It just does a great job. It matches my skin tone very well. It's finely milled, and it definitely prevents creasing, so I'm here for it. It's like anywhere in between like 20 and 30 bucks, but it's worth the money, and it's not like you're gonna run out of it anytime soon, so I would highly suggest that you invest in that. And now I'm just gonna dust away the rest of that excess powder. I don't like to let that powder sit too long. And I, try to do everything in a timely manner. Now I'm going into my Black Radiance True Complexion contour kit, and I'm gonna take the darkest shade in that palette and begin to contour my face. And as y'all can see, this is one of like my favorite steps because it gets the face snatched, okay? Extra snatched. And also contouring also adds color back to your face because you don't want a flat base or just foundation and no type of color on your face. I don't know how to explain it, but my face looked really flat before I contoured it and also highlighted and concealed it. So that's why we do all these extra steps. So after I finish contouring, I'm gonna dust off the rest of this excess powder and move on to the next step. So I also like to bake a little bit under my jawline because sometimes the foundation can pull too red or not match. So just for it to look a little bit closer to the skin tone, the skin complexion on my neck, I'll do that. Now I'm taking the MAC Loose Mineral Powder, and a little goes a long way. And I just pour a little bit into the cap, and I just swish my brush around it. And I like to apply it all over my face so that I can have an even blend of that all over my face and bring all the colors together. So it makes it look nice. Now I'm using the CoverGirl's Cheeker blush, and I can't remember the shade. Like I said, it'll be on the screen. But I like to add that to also add a little bit more color to my face. So it does just, a little something, a little something like, to get that face popping. Now I'm going into my Missy Lynn palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to take the shimmery, frosty, rosy kind of shade to highlight. This just went along with the eye look, so that's why I chose that color. But I always put a lot of highlight on the sides of my face and on the tip of my nose. I always overkill in those areas. I just feel like those are places that you definitely want the light to hit and make your face pop. I also apply it to my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And I also applied it as my brow bone highlight. If you haven't seen the eyeshadow tutorial for that, you can check that out. I'll leave a link. And to set it all in, you have to use any type of setting spray. I like to use the NYX Dewy setting spray because it adds an extra glow to my face. There's certainly one for matte if you are oily, but this is what I prefer to use to finish everything off. And that is the final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the description box, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.